Hello everyone, my name is Savannah Wiseman. Thank you for coming to my presentation about the afterlife. I don't have a title for it yet. I don't have an intro either. So for my presentation, I really wanted to do something that was thought-provoking, that was like pretty deep, and yeah. So, something that's like really interesting to me is religion. I think there are a lot of different things that you can kind of interpret about it and that you can kind of get out of it. And I really want to do something on religion and the afterlife and spirituality and all of that, because something that's really interesting to me. For my paper, I kind of took a more cynical approach to it and talked about how people kind of made up the idea of the afterlife, and it's not actually like a real thing because it gives them, it like helps them feel better about things. But I don't necessarily believe that, so I'm really excited about this presentation because I can kind of present the more positive viewpoint on that and kind of talk about why people choose to continue to believe in the afterlife after so many years. So, for my presentation, we're going to start with why people choose to believe in the afterlife, and that those reasons are security and purpose. And then we're going to go into reasons why people choose not to, due to like uncertainties about different things in the afterlife. And then we're talking about my service learning project. And then we'll have questions. So, reasons why people choose to continue to believe in the afterlife and why it still remains such like a popular thing and a popular idea, and like religion so prevalent still in today's society, are the big reason that I found is security. Believing in the afterlife gives people security that like everything will be okay in their physical lives as well as in life after death. People like feeling, or like being a part of a religion, and like being part of a group where they share similar ideas about things. So like if someone's Christian, they like going to church and being around other people who believe in those same ideas, and they have someone that they can talk to about those things and feel comforted by their presence and by their ideas and having similar thoughts. And also in addition to that, not having to be around, well, not, okay, but like not being around other people who might think differently from them. They might think different ideas and stuff, and it might threaten their ideas. Kind of gives them comfort to know that like they'll be safe with their ideas and their thoughts, and they can express themselves openly with that. There's a chip on my phone. Good. Okay. Also, and with security, it clears up also why people believe in whatever that has to do with security. Believing in afterlife kind of clears up a lot of uncertainties about death and what happens after we die. Death is obviously a pretty scary thing sometimes for some people, and you don't really know exactly what happens, and you kind of like to believe the best and hope for the best and hope that your loved ones are safe and doing well, but you never actually know. So having religion and believing in an afterlife such as heaven or hell, not necessarily hell, but heaven, gives people...
Hell gives me hope.
Yeah. I should talk about that a little bit. Give it a second. Gives people hope that their loved ones are doing alright, and they'll be alright once they have passed on, and that they'll be able to see their loved ones again, hopefully, in some other kind of realm. Kind of just talked about that a little bit, but like I just mentioned to my friend Emily over here, she made the comment that hell gives me hope, and as weird as it might sound, it actually kind of does. People don't like being around others who threaten them, or they feel threatened by, so having hell kind of ensures that the people who do bad things will be punished for those things, and it gives people kind of a security that they'll at some point be away from, I have those cups, I'll be away from, I lied to you, I don't, it looked different when you're hitting your hand, okay, but they'll be away from people who do bad things, and they'll feel more safe and more, they'll feel more safe and secure, in their afterlife. I definitely have a lot more on this. And an outline, so we're gonna, okay. What am I at? Like 4 minutes? Not even 2? 5. Yeah. Okay. Another one is the idea of God and how that makes people feel secure about themselves and everything. I have a quote, but I don't remember what it is. So basically, the whole idea, God, it's like it's thought that God will, God gives you different challenges and different things for a reason. You can handle it, and yes. I don't remember what I wanted to say about this. So yeah, so God is always there for you, and if you're in bad situations, He's looking out for you and stuff. And I shouldn't be saying you. He look out for people, and He gives people security and thinking that, okay, no matter what goes on, no matter what kind of challenges I go through, no matter what obstacles I'm in right now, and how bad my life might be right now, that God's always there for me. He has a plan for me. He knows what's going on. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm safe. I'll get better. So that's like a really huge thing. Oh my God. In terms of the physical world, and then in afterlife, He's also that presence. The Pharaoh just favorited my tweet. Gabby's boyfriend. And then in the afterlife, He's also that presence that kind of rids people of all of their troubles, and He is in this glorious home called heaven, and He's awesome, and everyone has great lives, and He's still there for you all the time, and you're still secure and still safe and still awesome. So yeah, God's pretty sweet, and that's why people choose to believe in Him, in religion still. Yeah. Shit. Okay. So there's more on that, but I don't have my notes, so I forget what else I have to say about that. We're gonna talk for a second. I should have asked earlier how many of you guys are religious. Actually no, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. Okay. So another reason why I found that people kind of continue to believe in the afterlife is because it gives them a purpose in their physical lives. People like to think that people like making goals for themselves and kind of setting like short-term, long-term goals and everything. And an afterlife is kind of the ultimate goal. That like everything that you do in your physical life kind of adds up to, and is kind of like. Wait,
No.
You want a chip?
Yeah. Okay. Dude, I've been taking this so much more seriously than both of you. I deserve a chip. Okay.
Oh wow, what did I just do?
Did you stop it? What's going on?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do a little landscape.
I don't know what I'm saying now.
You're talking about how it gives them a purpose because they set long-term goals and death is the ultimate goal.
Yeah, so thank you very much. I mean, the goal of an afterlife, such as a heaven or getting into heaven, allows people to kind of set goals for themselves and kind of helps them not like set up their lives, but kind of gives them a guiding thing in their life to follow. It kind of sets up morals a little bit, and it gives them something to look. Hi, Penny, come here. Hi, food. Hi, Mom. Hi, yeah, I know. I just picked it up so you can't have any.
No, Penny.
That would be bad. This is Penny.
Penny, say hi to the camera. Penny, come
Penny
here.
Bowman. She's a cutie. Look at
Penny.
her go. Freshly shaved, ready to go. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Oh, the other one now. Thank you very much. You're so cute. Okay. So it gives people purpose and it gives them a reason and kind of morals to follow and an ultimate goal to reach a prime destination. I don't like that at all, actually. This destination of eternal happiness. And I also have more on that I don't actually remember. Penny, do you remember? Because I don't remember.
Wait, have you gotten to the part yet where oh no, you haven't yet. Keep going.
Okay. So I'm just wondering, so I'm about to kind of transition a little bit here.
Penny.
Hi, ma'am. It's her butt. Look at her butt.
She's trying to do something.
She's
Penny,
trying to get the food.
come here, pretty girl.
What's
Come here. Okay, good girl. Lay down. Good girl.
So I'm about to transition into why people choose not to believe in afterlife and choose to kind of not believe in religion anymore and stuff. But I'd just kind of like to show of hands really fast, and you can definitely opt out if you don't want to, like, answer. How many of you guys would you consider yourself to be, like, religious or spiritual in any way? Oh, I see you. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for answering.
Honey, are you religious?
I just want to make it very clear that I'm not trying to attack anyone's beliefs or any ideas, especially for the people who did raise their hands. Just kind of take it as like I researched these things, I saw these things were a thing. I'm kind of just presenting it as like different viewpoints. So please don't harass me after this because I don't actually necessarily believe any of it. Just a different viewpoint to kind of get your mind going a little bit because, like I mentioned earlier, I didn't want this to be kind of thought-provoking thing. Which it hasn't been, but it's fine. So, we started off. God, this is gonna be like really bad. Okay. It can be argued. Jesus Christ, we're not gonna. Woo!
Don't say that word.
Okay. So, it can be argued that God and Christianity.
I know, big topics.
I'm gonna get a picture of this. Wait. It has to happen. Just give me like 2 seconds. No, Benny, no! Okay, we didn't get a picture.
Into
but
photos.
it's fine. But okay, in Christianity, if you like study whatever, oh, look at you.
Yeah, it works.
It is believed that.
Where are the chips?
Oh, they're here. Penny was like getting them. Okay. In Christianity, it is believed that Satan was an angel in heaven and stuff, and him and 1/3 of the other angels kind of started like rebelling against God, and trying to like get power and trying to like kind of overthrow him a little bit and just kind of show their dominance a little bit. Therefore, God sent them to hell to be punished for eternity, and that is how kind of hell was created. But it can be argued that God is acting in a greedy fashion by doing this if hell is considered to be real. Because it doesn't actually make sense to some people that he would be able to punish people for greedily trying to obtain power when he is punishing them so that he can maintain his own power. So, and then, in Dante's Inferno, it explains. Ooh, what's that? Nice. It explains.
Waffles?
Yeah. Dante's Inferno. Okay, so greed is one of the 7 deadly sins, and Dante's Inferno, it explains the punishment that would be kind of. I have to burp. Okay, that would be
The
put
gluttons.
upon, someone who has sinned in greed in the 4th ring of hell.
That's what I was when I took the test.
Really?
There's a test. They should all take it. What realm of hell they would be in?
I'll give it to them at the end.
Okay.
If
What's
you
it
guys
called?
really want it.
What is it called? It said Dante's Inferno hell test.
That's neat. Okay.
I got the gluttons. So I'd be walking around and poop all day. How invigorating.
So yeah, walk around and poop all day. Dude, same. Okay. It's not walking around it. Saying. So it explains that further in Ring of Hell and Dante's Inferno. So technically, if one was to believe that God is actually greedy, or did act in a greedy fashion, during the time that hell was created. Hey, man. Thank you.
Is this the second time? Honey.
Oh my
Come here,
goodness,
pretty.
my down. Okay. Yeah, your balls are powerful. Then one would believe that God should also be in hell with. Honey. I'm gonna keep talking. So God should be in hell if no one actually believes that he's greedy, and he's not in hell. Therefore, there are inconsistencies, so people might not actually believe that God is a thing. Also, by sending people to hell for like eternal punishment, that kind of contradicts what we believe to be God's like good naturedness. He's kind of said to like love everyone. He said to kind of be all forgiving and all whatever. So sending someone to hell for whatever is going against his nature. And although someone can argue that he's like all powerful and stuff, and like it doesn't matter if he sticks to his word or not, because he is supposed to be like good at nature, he would abide by his own teachings and his own thoughts that are presented in the Bible. And since he would not be, because of the torture chamber that he created called hell, it's weird. So it doesn't actually work. What time am I at?
15.
Thank God. Okay. Okay, so in the novel The Gargoyle by Andrew Davidson, it discusses the idea of suffering and how suffering is supposed to bring one closer to God and make them more holy almost, because they're able to kind of understand what Jesus went through when he's like dying on the cross for our sins. But this concept is flawed if you think about it. Because in hell, so people are tortured and are suffering for eternity. Therefore, they're supposed to be like closer to God, and they're supposed to be like more holy and everything. And then when brought into heaven, you're kind of rid of all your sufferings, and it's an eternally like happy place. Oh my God, that is so ballsy.
Yeah, just pick up the mug.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So be rid of all your suffering. So technically, if that was like, come here. So if suffering was like a legit idea. Penny right there. Hi. Okay.
That is.
We're good.
Not too far in the way.
Okay. Then heaven and hell should technically be switched.
Where do you want me to put the coffee?
Some argue that because people are suffering in hell actually brings them closer to God, because they're kind of like repaying their sins and stuff, and I don't actually know. There's an actual argument. I have to look it up though, but I don't know how to say it into words because it's in my head. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. But like, suffering gives them of their sins, and they're brought closer to God or heaven because of it. But they're there for eternity, so it's not actually a thing.
Right.
Okay.
Repentance means jack nothing.
True. So, for my service learning project, there was another one I think, but I forgot that too. So, holy shit. Okay. For my service learning project, I had no idea what to do for this because, like I mentioned earlier, it was kind of a cynical paper, and it would be really bad to go to a church and say, hey, this is all made up. Especially because I don't actually believe it necessarily.
Go lay down.
So I kind of thought about different ideas, such as like counseling sessions and stuff, or like doing like a party for like people who are grieving, or something along the grieving aspects and stuff. But I found that to be like a really difficult thing because a lot of times you need a lot of training for it. And people were not really willing to work with high school students. With the grieving process. Penny is just killing it over here. So for my church learning, I think I haven't actually set it up yet, but it's fine. I'm hoping to work at a church and kind of just help out with them. Oh my God, wait, should I do my service learning after? Yeah, okay, we're gonna back it up here. So basically, after doing my whole paper and after my whole research and everything, I kind of realized that religion is basically, and religion and these beliefs are just for the people. If someone believes in religion or someone believes a certain thing, oh my gosh, I forget, like I skipped like a huge section in here. Wow. Okay, that's fine though.
You're on 19 minutes.
Good,
so.
okay. Oh my God, now. I forget what I was just gonna say. Okay, but so if someone is confident with their ideas and it makes people feel better and it gives people purpose and it gives people security, then it really doesn't actually matter at all if it's true or not, and the whole point is to make them feel good. So for my service learning project, I want to help out at a church and kind of work with kids or do something to kind of just help them and stuff, and kind of, because if it's important to them, it's important to me.
Perfect.
Conclusion, do what makes you happy. Break.
The end. Any questions? Teresa, ask a question.
Hey, do you think that God, if he was real, would be like a jerk?
I don't know that because I'm actually personally not sure whether I believe in God or not. And like I did present, there are people who do believe in him and stuff, and it gives them security and purpose about it by believing in him. And then there are people who might believe that he is greedy and whatnot. So yeah, I don't actually have an answer for that. Emily Weiss.
Just your personal belief. If you don't think there's an afterlife, or if one does not think there's an afterlife, where do you think they go? All the dead people.
I think it depends on the individual. Personally, I do believe in afterlife, and I do not necessarily heaven and hell, but I do believe that there's like life after death in some way. I don't think that people are just gone forever, which I think a lot of people do believe. I have talked to a couple people that have thought that just once the physical life world is over, life whatever, then that's just it. But I know a lot of people do believe in reincarnation, which I should be talking about in my thing that I skipped over. And there are a lot of different ideas about the afterlife, so it's very much up to the individual.
All right, thank you so much.
Oh, I have a question.
Teresa?
It's already 20 minutes.
You offended me.
That's
God
not
is
a question.
real. God is my savior.
Like I did mention, I was not trying to offend anyone. I was just presenting a different viewpoint. And
Well, you did offend me.
I'm so sorry
I'm
if
just
I did
kidding.
offend anyone.
Love.
Was not meaning to. And then I did point out that it is up to the individual. If it makes you feel happy to believe in those things, then that's the most important part. And it's not important to listen to anyone else because it's what makes you good.
You're going to hell.
Thanks.
Don't say that.